Hi everybody, I'm here at Vibe Personal Training with my favorite coach, J-Mac, and we're in the new year. I'm feeling a little fatty. And J-Mac is bar none the best dude in town to measure body fat and to figure out how to kind of shed off some of that winter weight that we've been holding on. So I'm going to leave it to J-Mac. He's going to do some measurements on me, and it's going to be probably slightly embarrassing, but it's okay. I'm okay with that.
For the greater good of learning. So, two sites we wanted to go over today were just real simple. We wanted to go over the umbilical, and we want to go over the upper back, which is the subscapular, right? So you can zoom in right here, and we'll go over quickly the type of device we use to measure. These are called Harpenden calipers. Only one company in the world makes them, John Bull, and you have to buy them from UK.
Yep.
Pretty expensive, but they are very accurate, down to 1 millimeter of difference, okay? So this is what we use for that.
Let me ask you a question here. What is different than calipers? What are other ways of measuring body fat?
The mainstream method of measuring body fat, any big boutique gym, for example, they're going to use electrical impedance.
Yeah.
And essentially that just sends a current through the signal, through the body. How fast it takes it to come back will dictate the distribution of lean mass versus fat mass. It's quick, it's easy, but one thing about that is it does not tell you why and where you are storing body fat. And that's, at the end of the day, all we need to know, because if you are very lean in the lower body, but we are retaining more body fat on the upper body, it doesn't tell you essentially what to do. With being able to do the metabolic analysis with the calipers and check all 14 sites on the body, we can very specifically address what hormonal system is out of whack the most, or what micronutrient deficiency is out of whack the most.
So another thing that is a little bit unreliable with impedance is your hydration, right? You can get unreliable.
You cheat. So here's how you cheat this test, okay? Diet Coke and a large pepperoni pizza. You do this night before, you will be leaner on that test because of how much sodium you will hold on to. The current will go through the body faster. You actually register leaner. So you can try that one out if you would like to be a sample.
But yes, so there are some unreliable results when you do impedance, and that's why I like caliper. There's another way of doing it. You can also go into a pool and basically they measure the displacement of the water. But that's like very, very expensive, and you can't find a lot of people doing that. And then the last one is, it's called the AirPod, right?
AirPod or DEXA Scan, which is actually a MRI image of the entire body. And again, that's very accurate, but we'll be about 0.7 off of that with these calipers. And the thing is, again, those don't tell you where you're regionally distributing body fat and what to do about that. So that's at the end of the day, if you're holding more around the abdomen and nowhere else, that's what you want to lose, and that's what we're able to do.
All right, so
we're just going to go over two sites real quick. It's first one is the umbilical. So you can kind of zoom in, Coach. We always standardize how we grab the tissue. And so that's about 25. In his prime, he maybe was under 10.
It's slightly embarrassing, guys. Okay. So if I have abdomen fat, why would I have abdomen fat? What does this mean?
Umbilical, more body fat distributed around the umbilical. The stomach area is contributed to cortisol levels and chronic cortisol levels. He's a doctor. He works 7 days a week. How many hours a week do you work?
Probably around 70 to 80.
70 to 80 hours a week. Stress, there's no way around it.
Not getting good sleep.
So what we go into immediately is just optimizing his rest and recovery sleep. We go into the diet and nutrition and find out any gaps that there may be. And we also look at not only the length of time that he's getting, but is it fragmented? Is he waking up? Is it blue light before he goes to sleep? There's many specific protocols we have directed to lower body fat from the umbilical. Next one, Doc, we're going to check his upper back, okay? I always like to, in a lot of our posts on Vibe Guys, you will always see we talk about the back, and we'll show pictures of the back. The number one reason we always like to show a lean back is the leaner the back, the more tolerant to carbohydrates or starches we are. Okay, guys? So what we do to check that is, and this is always the first 4-week goal at Vibe, is we have to see the back, and this site needs to lower. All right, so drop that on. And so we like for this site to be under 10, okay? If that site's under 10, you can drink maple syrup, and you will be fine. You can turn around. If
Wait,
it's
are
over,
you saying I can drink maple syrup?
I didn't tell you your number yet. If that site is over 10, you get 3 licks of a dry prune for carbs. They come down. Basically, the body is not, basically you eat a meal that's broken down into sugar or glucose, okay? And that glucose is not getting in the cells efficiently for energy storage. It's actually being stored as fat. And so what we want to do about that is increase insulin sensitivity. There's many ways to do that. And we got many tricks to do that. But Doc, you got to pull the carbs down.
Where's the prune?
So you can lick a prune daily for your carb intake.
So what you're saying is, I need to sleep more. I need to be decreased on stress.
Decrease on stress.
I can't eat any carbohydrates. I gotta straight
So-
up just steaks
Well,
all day.
another thing we always like to joke about is like any change that you make is gonna have a big impact, right?
Yeah.
One will just get you faster than the other.
Yeah.
If I get in a Lamborghini, it's gonna get me from point A to B quite quick. If I take the Greyhound bus, it will get me there as well. It's just gonna take longer.
Yeah,
So depending on what works for you,
yeah.
we always have a solution. Whether
Right.
that's to pull carbs out immediately and increase fats
Yeah.
and increase, iodine, sodium, things like of that nature that will help you have great energy through
Yeah.
the day. Or if it's just, hey, just pull them out at
Yeah.
breakfast and we'll go from there.
So-
both ways will produce results.
So what you're saying is, abdomen fat, we're looking at basically hormonal levels.
Absolutely.
A lot of stress, not
Yeah.
enough sleep, and then if we're doing subscapular,
That's carb tolerance,
that's carbo,
essentially. And
carbohydrate
that's like have
tolerance.
to, guys, that one's a little bit more genetically linked, but that is one of the first sites that needs to go down on the body. If you want the body to be lean, you got to see the upper back. Upper back needs to be sub 10. So our first goals for most clients is to get the back and what's called the suprailiac, the hip, under 10 within 4 to 6 weeks. And that's about as long as it will take with good nutrition, good micronutrient supplementation, and great training. Guys, there's a tremendous training effect on lowering those sites as well.
Right.
So,
Well, I want to thank J-Mac for his time. If you want to get a hold of J-Mac, how do we get a hold of you?
guys, we're located right outside the Centrum on Oak Lawn and Cedar Springs. You can come check us out anytime. Come in, stop by, tour the facility. Our website is www.trainvibe.com.
And if you guys want to get a hold of me, all of my banner stuff is right over here. And move free, humans.
All right.